Don't you love that I wait until I go live to like slurp on camera? Sorry. My tea was just like way too hot. It's still too hot. I'm like burning my tongue. I don't even know what's happening. Hi, Kat. How is everyone's day going so far? So here is the situation for me. It has been raining on and off all night, which is great because we need rain here in Colorado. We need it really bad. But that kind of affects my internet. So I didn't even know if I was going to be able to film or how well this whole broadcast is going to work out. So hopefully it's going to be okay. If not, just follow the sound of my voice. It's just, yeah, it's like that kind of morning. I'm still in cat hell. For those of you who don't know, I, of course, because of coronavirus, could not get my cat spayed. Yeah, because all of the animal hospitals here, they were closed down. So she ended up having kittens, 5 of them, and has a kitten still that's only 2 months old. So now we're like, what, a family of 6, 7, 8 cats? We're an 8-cat household. There's nowhere to put that on my taxes, but they are eating me out of house and home. So I've been like waking up in the middle of the night and kind of helping out because the kittens have been falling out of the cat bed. They've been falling out of the cat bed, and they're just like crawlers. I never knew that at 1 and 2 days old, they were just like crawling away out into the corner. And then the mama would be like in the cat bed with the other kittens, or she'd leave the cat bed and go over to the corner with that kitten, or like a couple other kittens would hear them and they would go over to the corner, and then all the cats were in the corner. So I moved the cat bed because I thought, well, maybe they just like the corner. And yeah, it's been cat hell. So I woke up at 4 this morning. I just couldn't go back to bed because I kept worrying that the kittens were like going to be too cold because they were in the corner by themselves, and nobody puts baby in a corner. So cat hell, and it's fine. They're adorable, but I'm starting to lose it. I need some sleep. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. So Kat says, hello, Kat. I love Kat's channel. You guys should check it out, especially if you watch this later on. I know a lot of people do because, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time is kind of early for people, especially if you're from the West Coast. It's, 7 a.m. there now. Hello. Oh, okay. Finishing a sprint at Autumn. Yes, they got up super early. I always think, oh, maybe I should catch their channel because I believe Autumn's done some things with Bree, and maybe that is Bree right now with Autumn. I'm not sure. But they're East Coast, so I think they start at like 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. And I'm like, your girl just I can't get up that early. So I've never been able to catch their early morning sprints. So I'm hoping that they do later sprints because it's, 5:30. Although this morning I could have, because I was up at 4:30, but I was kind of like in that dead fog where you just kind of lay there and you're just too tired to hold the phone up to watch YouTube, and you're just too tired to do anything. I couldn't function at 4:30 this morning. So what are you guys working on? Let me know down below if you're doing productivity sprints or if you're writing this morning. So my goal for Camp Nanowrimo July is 25,000 words. I'm super behind. I decided to be kind to myself and go with the option of only writing 3 days a week. And I pretty much stuck to that because I have been busy with, cat hell and other things. I haven't been able to find extra days. And I was hoping, if I write more than the 3 days, that would be amazing, but it really hasn't happened all that much. So Friday, which is this morning, in case you're watching this in the future, is my first day of writing of the week. And then on Saturday, I try to fit in some revising, which has worked for me. And then Sunday is when we do our group sprints at 11 a.m. I believe this week we're going to be on Hudson's channel, Hudson McCarthy here on YouTube. Her stuff information should be down below in the description. We alternate, which is nice. So yeah, that'll be my second day of the week. And then I naturally just write on Mondays. I wake up on a Monday and I think it's the beginning of a new week. Let's start fresh with writing. So those are my 3 days. And it's not that I haven't been writing. I've just been writing really lazily and slow. This is a murder mystery. It's YA that I'm working on. And I'm still doing some building, world building. I have this book. And it's really good. So I'm going to be referring to this book as I'm writing today because it's not that I don't know where to go. It's just that it's really slow. I'm like almost 4,000 words behind. Is anyone else behind? Let me know in the comments because I get like shamed-faced that I'm so far behind. I'm like, Sylvia, what's going on? But it's not that I'm not working. And I'm sure maybe it's not even that you're not working. Maybe it's just that the words are coming to you slow. I don't know. I don't know what else to blame it on. I'd like to blame it on Netflix, but I'm not really watching anything interesting that's taking my attention away. I'm just slow. I think that, fast drafting is just not who I am, but I do like to sit down and get some work done because I still get words in even if I'm not getting the 25. So that's, life, I guess. I'm trying to work on characters. Also, let me know, like, what do you think is your weakness when it comes to writing? I think mine is dialogue. I've gotten better. Now I feel like it's character development. It's like, how do I write good characters? Hi. We're just talking about what our weakness is when it comes to writing because I have a few. I'm trying to work on my character development. I want characters that people care about, right? When you're writing a murder mystery, you know that there's going to be at least one character that dies, whether you start off with there was a murder, right? Or you get to know the person who you're going to kill off. You want people to care that they died, right? Because if they don't, it's just, what's the point? So that's kind of where I'm stuck now. Oh, good morning, Meg McCarthy, Hudson's cousin, which is not true. We just joke about it. I hope that you don't mind that, Megan. We love you. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Okay, so my weakness is definitely pacing. Oh, okay. But it's mainly because I have no idea how to outline. Oh, so are you more of a pantser? Sounds like it. I promise you that coming from a short fiction background, because that's my passion, I had no idea how to outline. I was like, that sounds crazy. You're trying to stifle my creativity. I need to fly off the seat of my pants. So the first novel I wrote when I was like 23, I pantsed. And I felt really good about it until it was time to like revise and edit it. It was a hot, ever-loving mess, y'all. And I was like, I have to learn how to do some type of outline because this is really awful. And so I've learned that the more that I outline, the better I feel about writing. The smoother it is, the easier it is to revise, and it doesn't feel like pulling teeth because it's very rough. So you said, yes, I am a very big pantser. So do you find that you're a pantser because of what I mentioned, that you don't want to stifle your creativity, you want to be able to go wherever you want to go? Or is it because you're just like, I'm not really sure how to outline in a way that's not going to drive me crazy? Because that's also a thing I had to learn. Yeah, right now I follow R.L. Stein's method, and he ends up outlining anywhere from 9 to 12 pages, which seems insane, but it's kept my anxiety disorder a little bit lower, which makes me so happy because I'm serious. Like I was like, okay, all I'm ever going to do is write drafts. I'm never going to be able to revise because I can't handle it. It was just like so overwhelming. And I think outlining kind of breaks it into sections to where I could like focus and I could function. I don't know. How is outlining for anyone else? So what are you guys like working on? Like, what are you writing? Like I mentioned, I'm writing a murder mystery. This is the second one I've ever written, and I loved the first one I wrote. It was so much fun. But here's my struggle, and I want to know if this is a struggle for you guys as well. I haven't yet found my genre, if that makes sense. I feel like it's murder mystery, because that's what I love. I love the fast pace of a murder mystery. But right now I find that there's a lot of us author tubers that are bouncing back and forth between genres. And I feel like as much as I don't want to say it, it's kind of a negative for me personally, because I'm not focusing on one genre and I'm not learning all of the different benefits of that genre. I'm not learning how to hone in on the craft of that genre specifically. So right after this, I'm thinking about writing a fantasy that I've had in my brain for like four summers now. And again, I've never written like a fantasy of this level. So I'm going to have to learn that genre all over again. So it's like starting over again. Does that make sense? And I wish I could just pick a genre and say, I'm a murder mystery writer, and then just hone that craft. I don't know if it's possible because a lot of the ideas I have are not just murder mystery, but I can see the benefits of only being in one genre, if that makes sense. Okay, going back to the comments. Sorry. Okay, so Kat says, I wrote on Wednesday during my stream, but haven't really since. Yes, I like that my days that I'm trying to write are all towards the weekend. They're all bunched together. I tried to do something stupid once because I'm a planner person and my channel is partly planning and partly writing. So I tried to write on Monday and then I tried to write like on Fridays. And that was dumb because you have this whole, like, you have days in between Monday and Friday. By the time I got to Friday, I forgot everything that I had done. So it's really nice to be able to write this morning and all Friday. I mean, I don't know if you can tell over there in the corner, I have tons of dishes on the table. I did all the house cleaning because I was like, this weekend, I just need to focus on writing. But I just like, I get so stressed out when I have too much of a break that it's like starting all over again. Now, R.L. Stein had mentioned something that I thought was kind of brilliant. He said, when you're going to quit writing, do not finish your sentence or your thought. He said to stop in the middle of a sentence, stop in the middle of a paragraph, so that when you come back, it's not like you have to start a whole paragraph or a new scene. He's like, you'll already know what to do because you stopped right in the middle. And I thought, well, that sounds stupid, but then it worked for me. So you just have to like, it's trial and error. And I'm still learning, you guys. Kat says, I'm behind in the sense that I want to try and finish my first draft, but officially goal is 30,000 words. So is that in total? Because my 25 is not in total. It's just what I thought I could do for NaNoWriMo July. So this is me just getting this novel started. Yeah, I didn't think I could write 50,000 words and I'm failing at 25. So I was right. Yeah, the struggle is real, y'all. I don't even know. Okay, so my weakness is definitely pantsing, but it's mainly because I have no idea how to outline. Okay, we read that, I remember. I don't know, I'm sorry, these are skipping around on me. The second one. Oh, okay, gotcha. I have anxiety too. It honestly sucks. Yes, because anxiety, it's different for everyone, but I second guess everything. And that's why I'm a planner person, because I don't know how to pick or choose things. So I tend to have like plan A, B, and then like plan F, because I'm just like, I don't know. I have a struggle with choosing things. If you wanted me to paint my house white, you have no idea how many shades of flippin' white there are. The other day I was looking for paint online and I just couldn't believe how many different shades of like off-white there were. There was like eggshell. There was like so many names for white. And I was like, this is ridiculous. You cannot give me choices, y'all, because I will fail. Okay, so Devin says, outlines can be, yes, they're not set in stone. Excellent point. Thank you for making that. Yes. So also, as somebody who makes outlines, I don't stray far from my outline, but sometimes a chapter will come in between 2 points that I've already written down in my outline, and that's okay. I'll just add in that chapter. Sometimes a character is needed that I didn't realize, even though I've already kind of set up my main characters. And I'm like, oh, I don't have any like humor to break up the seriousness. You know what I mean? And so then I create a character for that. And then I need to create a backstory, and that all gets added to the outline. So even though I am a planner, I'm aware that you can prepare for everything, but you have to also be able to adapt. So I appreciate people who can adapt. Kat says, I'm writing an urban fantasy that has a crime murder solving. That is so cool. I would totally read that. I have no idea how to write an urban fantasy, but I don't even know if I've read an urban fantasy. Kat, let me know of any famous urban fantasies. If not in books, maybe like a movie kind of genre, so that I can think about what that even means. That sounds very interesting. I love anything that has murder mystery in it. I am writing a sci-fi trilogy. We were talking about series and what was it? Chronicles and what the difference was, because we were like, I'm not sure I know what the difference is. So it's funny that you said you're writing a trilogy. So I'm glad you know. Where there are 3 trials that lead to paradise. Oh, that sounds very interesting. Paradise. And what does paradise mean? Because paradise can mean one thing to someone and then be, somebody's hell to another person. So that's all just awesome to work with. But no one has ever returned after entering the trials. Ooh, I'm intrigued. So no one actually knows if paradise is at the end. That's great. That's a great concept. You can definitely use a lot of religious aspects that are happening now, because it's like there's a lot of theory there, right? Like people believe in heaven, but how do we know it exists? Who's actually been there and come back? Some people say they have, but it's just, we can't prove that. So that's really cool. I love things like that. It makes you think about the bigger picture. Okay. Kat said, my problem is I work on the weekends, so I actually need to write on the days I have off. Yes. I know my niece is going to be going back to school, and it looks like I'm going to be homeschooling her. And I mean, I did for the last 2 months of this pandemic, and my sister doesn't want her to go back to school. I don't either. I think it's crazy for kids to go back to school right now. I know that parents have to work. They have to work. And so now I'm like, I've got to rearrange my writing schedule around my niece to make sure that she gets all of her needs met. And so the struggle is real when you have to go to work and you're trying to find time. Although, Kat, I feel like people like you that have a job that has to come first, they will find time for writing. And I appreciate that about you, because I watch my niece and nephew and I'm able to work from home and do freelance writing. So even though I do have some writing, I still feel like I get to do whatever I want. And if I had more of a structure of a job where I had to go to like 9 to 5 out of the house, I think I would make more time for my writing, if that makes sense. So let me know how you do that, because I'm interested in being. I try to sit down at the same time every day. That doesn't work out. Sometimes my creativity comes to me when it does. And then I blow off the dishes and like everything else. So struggles. Kes says, my problem is I just read that. Sorry, it's jumping around. Okay. On Nano, I have a goal of 30,000, but my goal for draft is 72,000. Yes. Okay. So I've never I am what we call an underwriter. Let me know what kind of writer you are. Underwriter, bare bones writer, meaning that I just write the least amount. And that's from my short fiction background. I struggle with filler stuff. And I don't mean filler stuff, because filler stuff is usually what you cut out. But I just go in and I just write things, I don't know, at the bare minimum. And then I have to go back in and I have to fill in like a lot of the scenery and stuff like that, the emotions and stuff. And sometimes I can do, like, as I've been writing more, I can do both. But it gets rough. So I can't set like a goal of 72,000 or what have you, because I never know, like, because I'm a serious underwriter, how much I'm actually going to get. Right now, the book that I consider completely finished pretty much is at 61,000-ish. So I think I'm just like, I don't know, I write short books. If that makes sense. We're going to start a 25-minute sprint. Let me get through these last comments. The Mortal Instruments is, oh, okay. I'm really sad about the Mortal Instruments because I was excited for the movies. The movies weren't great. I was excited for the TV show. I didn't think that the TV show was as great. I heard that after a while it got better. I'm not sure if they canceled the TV show. I feel like maybe they did. I did read the first book, and I've heard that if you read, like the series gets better. I wasn't in love with the first one, but I get what you're saying about urban fantasy. Okay, so that sounds great. Megan, I'm writing a lit fiction book about a young woman who wants to get her art in a gallery. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Now, do you know a lot about art, or is this something that was like an idea that came to you and you have to do a lot of research? Because off the top of my head, I'm pretty good with art, but I still feel like that would be a lot of research for me personally, because I don't know. That sounds great. Urban fantasy is fantasy set in our time and sort of in our world, but not, or 19th century. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Thank you, Kat, for that definition. Okay, so let's get started with a 25-minute sprint because I've been talking forever now. I'm sorry. I did get to sit down for a little bit. I found a live stream last night and I read everything so that I'm prepared to just start writing right away. Okay, so Kat says, I also go to, wow. So that starts up at the end of August. So Kat, let me know. I'll try to get back to you after we're done with this sprint. Are you going to be going on campus or are you going to be doing this online because of the whole pandemic? I'm not sure what's happening in your area. I'm in Colorado. So I know that one of my nieces decided to stay home this first semester. It's her first year because she was concerned she was going to be sent back and she thought it would work best for her. So I know that her brother has already been to college for 1 year and he's going back and he's on the East Coast, or I'm sorry, the West Coast. No, the East Coast. Sorry, it's early in the morning. Yeah, so that's interesting. But I can't believe you go to college and you have a job and you're writing and you're doing all these writing sprints. Kat's amazing. You're the winner, Kat. All right, let me share my screen. Google Chrome would like to record this computer screen. What? Oh my God, is it not gonna, sorry. It's saying that I had to follow the steps to show my screen? Why? I always show my screen. Oh no. You guys, I'm so sorry. Huh. Okay, we're gonna start a 25-minute sprint right now, and I'm gonna fix why it's telling me I can't show my timer. That's super weird. Maybe it's like the electricity last night was doing something stupid. So I'm starting it now. I'm going to mute. I'm going to fix this, and then you'll see the timer pop up when I get it fixed. Sorry about that. That's so weird. Okay, so starting now. Okay, how did you guys do? Talk softly because I feel like I scare the crap out of everyone. Okay, so that was our first sprint. If you are just joining us, welcome. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't realize. So sometime this week, I had to update my Mac because it was like what Mojave or something, and now it's Catalina. And so I updated it. And when I did that, I guess I had to go back into preferences and allow Google Chrome to share windows and stuff. So I couldn't get my timer to work if you missed that part. And I was like, why won't you? It's like, you cannot share this. And I was freaking out. So of course it made me exit completely out and then come back. So I was gone for a moment, but I'm back. Sorry about that. I didn't even realize. Also, I'm interested if you are an author tuber or if you're an author tuber who watches this later. Did you guys know that you only get 20 hours of streaming time with StreamYard, the free version? I was just mentioning this to Lauren. Hi, Lauren. She's here. And to Hudson the other day because I had no idea and I had to go and hunt down where you find out how much usage you have. So I'm at like 14 hours already. Mine resets on the 24th and I have 2 more streams to do for about 2 hours each before then. So I think I might barely just make it without having to pay the severe amount of like, I think it's $25 if you just pay per month and it's $20 if you pay annually and it's like 200 and something. And I was like, pass. I mean, I know that you get like a lovely background and stuff, but I'm like, I could do so much more with $20. Plus the fact that I feel like my boyfriend and I own every live streaming possible. Like we have the HBO Max that we just added. We have Disney Plus. We have all of these things. And the reason why we decided to do that was because we were paying so much money for DirecTV, which is stupid, that we decided to go just with streaming because we tended to watch that more than we did, DirecTV anyway. And now I feel like we're almost up there to that ridiculous 100 and something, almost $200 a month for all of these streaming services and things. People are trying to like $9.99 me to death and $15.99. I'm just like, Do you guys also have these struggles? I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. To the chat. I'm telling you, I really wish StreamYard would change these chats to different colors because once it moves up, I have to go find out where I was. So I'm sorry. Give me a moment while I find out where we were. I was asking Kat about college because she's amazing and she has a job and she's going to college and she's doing all of these live streams. Oh, so she lives right by the campus. Doing it in person, hybrid classes and online classes. Okay. So that's great. I'm wondering how far you work from campus. Is there like a huge commute? Hi, Amara. Amara has a great channel. You guys should check her out. Was supposed to be she mentioned she was supposed to be working with the internet is out. And that was my concern this morning too, because it's been raining on and off here. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have any internet to do this in the morning. And I was scared I was going to have to cancel on y'all. I forgot to answer about how I'm going to juggle stuff. I'm going to do my best to use my bullet journal. Yes, planner person. I love it. This will be first full academic year. Okay. I'll be using one. Okay. So yes, I love a bullet journal. I love a bullet journal. Sometimes I still have to have like a dated journal when I'm super lazy and I'm not going to get it together to like draw all that out. And I know the bullet journal has a system set up for when you want to forward plan. I just don't like that system all the time. Anyway, she also says, mind you, it may last year under. Yeah. I feel for you guys because I'm concerned that you guys are paying too much money and you're not getting all of the benefits with, the pandemic still up in the air. I hope that's not the case for you. I hope you get everything out of college because it's so flippin' expensive. Yeah. I worry about my nephew because he goes to private college and it's super expensive. And they didn't, I don't think, there was like a little bit of a refund when they all got kicked out because they had to leave the campus, but not so much. And because they're private school, they just have different rules. So that's another concern. Woohoo, last year. Yes, I hope it goes well. Thank you, Jenna, for being so upbeat. I love it. I'm still like not awake. I've been up since 4, y'all, because of cat hell. So I'm like in a fog. A master's degree in, oh my God, library science. I love it. I also wish somebody had told me that being a librarian was like a thing you could do and how to do it, because I totally would have done it. And it just never really occurred to me until I was already in college and I'd already picked something. I was like, I should have been a librarian. What was I thinking? How long are you going to be sprinting today? So I usually do about 2 hours. If people need to go longer than that, we certainly can do so. I'm just like a talker, and Lauren wasn't here this morning to tell me, hey, we're supposed to be sprinting. So, hi, Lauren. Talked about that. You are never late, girl. As long as you're here, you're on time. That's like my motto. Okay, it's not really my motto like for other things, but for sprints, it's totally my motto. Yeah. All right. See, Lauren's on it. She's already telling people thank you, because I'm like in a fog still. Struggle is real. I know. We're all just getting up early. And also, the other thing I was going to talk about, StreamYard, and then, of course, why the whole... Yeah, so if you update your computer, y'all, beware that it's going to ask you to go into preferences and share Google Chrome, because that was like a panic attack. I thought it wasn't going to let me share my screen. It was freaking me out. So in the break, here's what I did. And I want to know what you guys were doing, how much you wrote, what was going on. I'm getting to those comments. But I was thinking about my character. So my character is going to a new school. And she's been told by her cousin, as well as the principal, because it's a private school. Like, my boyfriend went to school in New York. I'm interested in what you guys think about this. And so some of the New York private or public schools you had to test to get into, because you all kind of live in the surrounding area. So you can go to any of the private schools, but they used to have testing in order for you to go to the school, because there were some public schools that were better than others. They had more money, more funding. So she's going to a really prestigious public school that's almost like a private school. And her cousin and her principal are telling her that she needs to pick one thing that she's really good at and succeed at that. And she's trying to like figure out like, what's the one thing I'm good at? And I'm wondering if that ever happened to you guys. Did anyone ever tell you, pick one thing and go with it? I wish somebody would have told me. But again, with anxiety disorder, I had like 5 things. I always have like 5 things I'm working on at the same time. That probably wouldn't have worked for me. Oh, that's to Cat. Hi, Bree. How are you? And just an, oh, okay, yes. We were just talking about your live stream. There's a few people that came from that. And I thought, oh, that's so great. And I was telling them I wanted to catch it, but it's like 5:30 my time, I think. And I've been up since 4. And I was like, I probably could have caught it, but I was like in cat hell. So I was like laying in bed, not necessarily functioning. You guys will have to let me know when you do like a little bit of a later one, because Bree's on the East Coast, I believe, and that's why it's super early there, which is probably like, I don't know, what, 8:30 my time or something, 7:30 my time. Hi, Bree. Oh, people know Bree. Yes, I love it. I love it when we all know each other. So Kat did 175 words. I did 241. Because I was highly motivated, but I was also like looking through this book on my genre as I was doing it, which is so helpful. I love reading stuff that's within my genre that keeps me on track. 77 words. I'm a little stuck in my story. Oh, okay. Well, Megan, tell us if we can help you. If you need to talk it out, let me know. Okay. Yes. Oh, wait. I think I saw you last night on a live stream that I caught. There were so many of you in that live stream, I believe. I don't know. Maybe it's not the same person. I think there was like 8 of you guys. I watched it for a little bit, but I had just finished writing and I was going to bed because I think you guys are also on the East Coast. So it was a little bit later for me, but it was awesome. I loved it. Okay. I got some outlining done and wrote, yes, look at you outlining, Panther. I love that. And wrote the first sentence of Trial of Russ, because love is so much. Oh, okay. I think we live in a cult. That's a great way to start a story. Yes. I always, like, I don't struggle with the first line. I'm really good at starting stories. It's just like ending them. I know how to end them. I just don't know exactly how to end them. It always kind of falls flat. Yeah. And I always see like the end of my story the least. I feel like I rewrite the beginning so much. Does that also happen to you guys? I'm at 17 hours and wow, that is amazing. Yeah. I wonder how long the longest I've ever stayed up was. Not very long. I like sleep. I sleep in like broken segments. I did know about the 20-hour of free. Yes. Oh, Kat. So Kat has a channel. You should totally check her out. She's awesome. She also does live sprints as well. And so they do. If you go up to the corner and you check, I think it's like, what does it say up there? Like if you go to billing, I think it'll tell you exactly how many hours you've used, and you only get 20 hours. I'm at a little over 14 right now. After I'm done here, I'll be at about 16 hours. And then it'll tell you what day it resets. So my StreamYard will reset on the 24th. And then if not, you have to pay. And I mean, I have the money. It's just like there's other things I'd rather buy than just a background for StreamYard. I should probably look and see what else it offers. But I think I remember reading it when I first started, and I thought, yeah, I don't really care to pay $25 or $20 for that. So I didn't, but I can if I need to. I don't know. I'd rather buy a planner. Anyway, hi, Autumn. I was just talking about you guys. I heard that you guys had a great sprint. It's a little early for me, so I hope to catch you guys in a later one because it was like 5:30 my time. Oh, look, people know Autumn. I love it. Rose. Hey, I know that Rose said she probably wasn't going to come because one of her children had a dentist appointment. I hope it went well. I'm trying to get into the dentist. I got a cracked tooth, and they've been rescheduling me because of the pandemic. Because I live in a rural area, it's really hard for me to get into things because we have so many people and not enough like resources. It's probably true in the city as well. Even though you have a lot more resources, you have a ton of people. So let's get ready for another sprint. I'm talking like crazy. Let's do a 30-minute sprint this time if I possibly can set it up and it doesn't yell at me. And I'm going to continue to get through the last of these. I can hear Lauren. Lauren, where are you? How come you're not telling me to be sprinting? Yes, so Amara says, oh, honey, with the TV versus streaming, this is what I do for a living. I was torn between giving you a sales pitch, bring out in hives. Huh? That is so funny. Oh, I don't think I know what you do for a living, Amara. That's funny. I should know this about my favorite people. And Amara, I love you. By the way, let me know how it's going with your guys's going on to the website and working out using the Camp Nano website. It sucks for me. I'm in Amara's, I mentioned this because I'm in Amara's group, and I haven't gone back in because I'm behind Amara. It's not that I'm ignoring you guys. I love you. It's just like I have nothing new to report. I'm so behind. I'm just like, I don't want to update that I've only gotten like 800 words. And I'm only trying to update when I get like a big amount of words because it makes me feel better and it makes me sound cool. Yeah, but I hate that website. It's like the worst. Oh, in research mode. That is great. I love to research. Sometimes I over-research my books and I don't write enough. Does that happen to anyone else? Currently drafting my magical realism novel. Wow. So how long is your novella going to be? I know obviously it's way shorter than a novel, but I'm always interested because people have different numbers. Oh, I like it. Yes, I'm sure that Lauren's getting down this. As I'm going down, I'm sure Lauren's telling me, sprint, Sylvia. Okay, my sisters are all really talented. So I would try to do their hobbies and fail miserably. Oh, yeah, it's hard to pursue one thing when you have sisters who do it better. Oh, you're breaking my heart, Zoe. Thank goodness they don't write. Yes. So that is something that you can, man, I come from a family of 15 and I'm second to the youngest. So I mostly have worker bee family members, which I'm grateful for. They have like little hobbies, but they're mostly like worker bee people. I would love to be a worker bee person. It's not my personality. I'd love to go to a 9-to-5, a day job. My anxiety disorder doesn't allow me to. Like, I get so overwhelmed. I can't, like, the pressure of getting up every day and having to go to work and socializing. like I had to go on medication when I was in college because it was so overwhelming for me just to even sit in a lecture hall, which is ridiculous. And I've worked on it a lot. Um, but yeah, I'm grateful that I found something that I can kind of stay at home and do, and that nobody else does in my family, really. So grateful. So I understand what you're talking about, Zoe. I was applying to film school after high school, and my mom told me to just go to nursing school because it was realistic. Oh my gosh. Has this woman ever met me? I love it, Amara. Yeah, I love it. Oh God. Oh, it's a public service. Do you guys ever get these like things and you think there's a missing child and it breaks your heart, but it's actually a public safety alert? Statewide mask order is now in effect in Colorado. Yes, last night they told us at midnight that we have to wear masks no matter what in public anymore. It wasn't mandated, but it is now. So let's start sprinting because we still have a lot of comments. I'm going to try to get to you guys when we get a chance because I know you're here to sprint. So that scared me. I hate that sound because every time my whole heart drops because I think there's a missing child and it's an Amber Alert, but it's actually been these public announcements, which I'm grateful that that's what it is, but it just freaks me out every time. Okay, so good luck. We're going to go for 30 minutes. I'm going to get to you guys in the comments as well. Starting now. Good luck. Okay, guys, how did you do? Bye, Autumn. So I ended up getting, wait, I wrote it down. 165 words because I started reading some more. I'm trying to set up some red herrings, and that meant that I needed to go ahead and read a little bit because I was like, I don't know what to do here. So that's what I was doing. How did everyone do? AA, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Is that true? Hi, Stephanie. Trying to find out where we left in the comments. Oh, we're still talking about classes. Some classes were online, some were at a local factory. So, Devin, I think that's so cool that you went to film school. I want to write a screenplay so bad. I think Lauren and I really want to, write a screenplay, submit something to Hallmark or, like LMN or Lifetime. What? That would be amazing. They're definitely my guilty pleasures. I watch them all of the time. They're not even a guilty pleasure. I happily watch them because why not? Now, like I remember when I used to have DirecTV, it would just be full to the gills with like LMN and Hallmark like movies that I had to watch, and then I'd have to delete some, and it would break my heart because I didn't have enough space. It was a problem. Yes, Lauren told me finally, sprint. Yes, Lauren, I needed you. And then Kat had to go, so I said bye to her, and then AA. In a long sprinting mood. That is great. We still have, I think, one more sprint in us, I believe. So we'll just get through some comments and talk, and then we'll get to one more sprint before we have to go. Good luck, everyone. Good morning. Glad to see you all are still sprinting. Yes, that was our, I don't even know. I feel like I've done better about not chatting as much, but I'm a chatty Cathy in the morning. I think it's how I wake up. Just a liar, and I like to chat. I don't know. Do you guys like the name Raylyn or Raylee? Yes, I do. Is it Riley, or would you say Rayleigh? I think it's Riley. I like that name. I always am interested in how people spell their names. It can never just be Amy A-M-Y. It has to be like A-M-I-E-E or something. You know what I mean? I came across some people who spell their name Sylvia, which is my name, with an I, and I thought, no, it's always spelled with a Y. But apparently that's just not the case. Hi, Hudson. Hudson's up early. I love it. And if all you can do is be here and have breakfast, that's good too, girl. Okay, so everyone is in agreement that we love the name. Okay, so for name generators, I use one on Google. I think it says something about the UK. And it said, like, it asked you what flavor. And I thought that was a really weird question. And I remember I was like busy and I was just trying to figure out a name, but I don't understand what it means by what flavor. What does that even mean? I tried to use the name generator that's in Scrivener because I just learned in another stream like a week ago that they had one. And maybe I knew and I forgot. Try to use that, and it's just like worthless, in my opinion. It has the most plain names. Like I could think of those names, like Amy, Isabel. I was like, how is this helpful? I mean, it was really weird. I don't know if there's like settings on there that you can make them a little bit more difficult, a little bit more exotic or not. Certainly on the ones that I use on Google, they do allow you to have really exotic names that I can't even pronounce. I'm like, how would I don't even know if that would bother. It would bother me as a reader if I couldn't pronounce a name. It's happened several times, and I just call them Bob, which is probably stupid, but like in my mind, I'm like, your name is Bob now. I'm going to call you Bob. Is that like a thing? Probably not. Yes. So Lauren says Lifetime. Yes. I mean, I think we should all be writing for Lifetime. Why not? Oh, it's skipping around. So I'm sorry if I'm missing things. Let me go back a little bit. Yes. And bye to Autumn had to go. Bree says, I'm not writing at this point. Finished a short story and poem in my earlier sprint, but I am listening while I clean my house and get some life admin stuff done. Okay, that's nice. So you're doing productivity sprints, which is always good. Yeah, Bree finished. She finished her goal like a couple days ago. And I was like, show me all of your ways. I need to know them, which is awesome. I've heard that she's really fast at typing as well. I think I'm probably average. I tried to do a test, like my niece who is 10, she's going to be in the 5th grade. They have this online place you can go to practice typing. And it's stupid. It's stupid and I don't understand it. They want you to type RRS and stuff like that. It's like that kind of setup. And I fail at it. So maybe I'm a horrible typer and I don't know. I don't feel like I am. Everyone else seems to think I'm pretty fast. But when I tried that test, it made me feel bad inside. It was heartbreaking. I researched office pranks. Oh my God. I just remind me of The Office when Dwight, like, they're always picking on poor Dwight on The Office, the TV series. If you haven't watched it, it's great. You should. Do you remember when they like put his stapler in Jell-O and they put it in his desk? It's so funny. They're always doing mean things to Dwight. That's hilarious. Megan, 279. That's nice. I feel like Megan is also like the other day. I feel like I was either in the chat or we were doing a sprint and she was like killing it. She was getting numbers that I have not seen this Camp Nano around. I haven't seen big numbers at all from myself. AA 224 started writing from a new character's point of view. So struggling with discovering their voice. That is always a struggle. So I'm interested, AA, if you're doing a novel that's dual perspective, or are you just trying it out with some other character's voice to see which one you like best? Sometimes I have to do that also. Okay, so did a bit more outlining. See, I'm loving that you're outlining, trying new things. It's trial and error, I promise. And I'm now going to bed. Okay, good night. I hope I didn't miss you. If I did, no worries. We'll see you in the next chats. Tina says, I'm reading a writing reference book. Yes, I love this. So Save the Cat, we all struggle with Save the Cat. We appreciate it. We think that it gets you really motivated. I think Save the Cat tells you that writing a novel is doable, shows you how you can break it down, and it makes a really big project seem like you can do this, you can accomplish this. However, it doesn't really help me when it's like genre specific. So I tend to like to go to a book that's genre specific to help me with the little things. Like I was writing a red herring because I'm writing a murder mystery book and this talks all about it. So that was super helpful. Stephanie, I'm working on outlining. So are you guys outlining well writing? Because that's kind of what I'm doing. If you've been following my channel, you know that I went with the murder mystery last minute. So I didn't have as much of a detailed outline as I'm used to. So I'm still like working on my outline, which I know I shouldn't be doing. And a lot of people just like to, you know, fast draft and nothing else. I'm not that person. Do not come to me for doing, I don't know how to do that. I have to add to my outline. Yes. I'm getting ready for the day. So Hudson has a great channel and so does Lauren. You can find their information down below. You should check them out. AA. I've popped in here a few times. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't remember. I'm writing you down so I never forget you ever again. And now we're just going to be best friends. I've decided that. But did find your channel recently. Oh, good. I'm always around on AuthorTube lives. Yes, I am too. But sometimes lately, because everyone's looking for live streams, there's so many people. There's so many people. And I'm just trying to focus on writing because I'm super behind. I'm happy to have you here. Okay. Excuse me. Awesome. Gonna try and knock out the last 1K in the next sprint now that I have office pranks. Oh, so is that for your novel? Office pranks, or is this like something else? Am I just missing that? I could totally be missing that. Amara, I'm so sad. My internet is back up. And so I have to go back to work. Everyone cry for me, please. Oh, Amara, I love your face. Thanks for being here. Yes, workity work, work. Amara's good at everything. I can only imagine that she's like top sales rep or something. You know, the little picture they have in the corner. I'm sure Amara has a bunch of them. Okay, Google baby names. That's what I do. Yes. Um, I think it's so funny. I was like, when people were talking about that, I started thinking about that one line from Hercules, the Disney animated movie, where he's like, "Do you remember that one year when all of the girls' names were Brittany and all of the men's names were, or all the boys' names were Jason? Honey, I love you. Can you close that door? Because I can hear you clipping your nails." Thank you. And Lauren's laughing about Bob. I'm serious. If I can't pronounce your character's name, they are Bob, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about gender or they're a monster. Their name is Bob because I don't know, honey. He's just like chopping away at his claws, and I want him to because they're a little out of control. Close the door. I can hear you clipping your nails. I love you. Do you guys also have this problem? My boyfriend is home from work, and I'm trying not to bug him because he's been working 7 and 6 days every week. And he had to finally, like, his boss is like, "Do you want a day off?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he, unfortunately, like most men who want to stay home and watch sports, can't because there are no sports. He keeps watching the UFC, which drives me crazy because I just think it's disgusting. I can't handle watching people like one sweat on each other and bleed on each other, but it's just like awful. It's awful. It's like we haven't evolved at all. We're still watching, what is it called? Oh God. Mel Gibson was in it. Gladiator. Thank you. Thank you to who? I said it myself. Excuse me. I'm gonna put roaches. Real roaches? Is this in a book? I hope it's in a book. Roaches in a drawer. Good Lord. I would be mortified. And also, like, it would be hilarious if it wasn't me. My novel is third person, limited. It shifts focus between a cast of 3 characters. So do you alternate each chapter, or do you alternate within the chapter? Because we had talked about that as a group in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn, and we weren't sure how we felt about it. Like, if at first it's really hard, but then you adapt, so then it becomes okay later. But at first, like, he was just having all these different narrations within a chapter, and I was like, who's talking? So you just have to really pay attention in high fantasy. Ha ha ha. Much love. Stephanie, yes, I am outlining while I write. Okay, Stephanie, me and you, we're in the same boat. It's not driving me super crazy. It's okay. I feel like, I'm missing things. That's all. A few chapters at a time. Outlining is super new to me. Okay, so we have someone who's a pantser who's trying to be a planter. I love it. Shall we sprint? Lauren, you are always on top of it, and I love you for it. Okay, I'm gonna get through a few more, and then we're gonna go for another sprint. Let me see what time it is. Oh crap. So let's do 20 minutes, and if you guys have to leave, that's okay, but I talked a bunch, so I'll give you 20 instead of 10, and then I'll come back and say bye to everyone. Let's see. Share my screen for our last sprint of 20 minutes. Okay, good luck, guys. Okay. That was the last sprint. How did you guys do? Sorry, I had to go for a minute. I actually was writing that at the beginning, but I had to put on my stop cam because Friday is our trash day, and usually my boyfriend is going to work at 6 a.m. and then he takes the trash. But since today was his day off, he woke up and he's like, "Oh, I have to go take the trash," and he threw me off because he was clipping his nails. So last night we had this big old discussion about his nails. Like he's been working a lot, he's been working hard, and they looked crazy. And I am the type of person who's like, listen, I love you. It looks a little crazy. And he was like, I've been working. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I will never mention it again. Yeah. So he got up this morning, took a shower, and went to go take the trash. And I thought for a moment, I was like, oh crap, there's probably stuff in the fridge. Do you ever do this? That needs to be thrown away. So I was like going through the fridge quickly. So that wasn't the super productive sprint for me. I only got 197 words. I still need, I did the math. Ugh, math, why? 2,742 words because I'm that far behind, which is okay. I know that the Dawdling Writer has a live stream later today at 11 a.m. my time. Do you guys know anyone else who's having a live stream? I'm going to be joining hers in the chat to try to get some more writing in because I am seriously behind. But I've done all my chores. However, my mother and my niece are coming to spend the night tonight because my sister needs a break. And, you know, if you have one of those mothers, you just know that sometimes you just need a break. So it's my turn to host them over for tonight. So I'm trying to get more writing in before they get here around 5 tonight. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, oh, Unicorn Knight Porium says, I'm going to put, oops, that was weird. Put roaches in her drawer. And she said, yes, it's for the novel. Which I think is hilarious. My novel is third person, and we talked about that. Yeah, so how did everyone do? Bree says, LOL, you read Google out loud, and my Google Home was like, you rang. That is so funny. Gosh. I don't know if I have settings like that on my phone. That never happens to me, but I hear it happens to a lot of people. Yes, Hercules, one of my favorite movies to quote. Indoor plumbing, it's going to be big. What's the matter with these scissors? My sister and I say that all the time anytime we want to laugh. Oh, I am not going anywhere. You're just going on mute. Oh, okay. Then hi, Amara. Hudson's laughing probably about Hercules, maybe. And thank you. I do sell stuff sometimes, though. My Google heard you say Google and asked me what. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. So, I don't have this setting. Is it on your phone or on your laptop? I don't even know right now. The coworker already switched all the keys of the boardroom to my MC who can't. And the coworker gave her sleepy coffee. What? Drugging people. So MC's boss caught her sleeping on the job. This sounds hilarious. Be good for a screenplay. Yeah, no, I think what would be really funny also is skunks. A couple summers ago, we took off all of our screens and we were going to replace them, and then we never got around to it. And I don't know why this is like shifted or something. And the door was open. My sister went through the kitchen and she comes back and slams the door and she's like, skunk, skunk, skunk. So we hauled ass out of the house and we had to wait like 15 minutes for the skunk to come out of the washroom. It was so hilarious, horrifying. Of course, we didn't have our phones anywhere near us to capture any of this, and we couldn't go back in the house. And we were just praying that skunk wasn't going to spray in the house, which is another reason why I had to figure out, throwing away the food, because we live in the country and I could throw it away, down the hill or something. But then we get a lot of skunks that come around and eat it. So I don't know. Hello. Hi. I love how Lauren's like, well, hello. We all assume that that's for us. And yes, it is. Okay. I finally made it. Okay. So yay. I hope Hudson got in a sprint. What are your guys' plans? Have you met your word count goal for the day? Let me know. almost done. We're just saying bye. If you're just joining us, sorry, that was our last sprint. I've got to, probably get some lunch with my boyfriend today, hopefully. I never know what to do when he's here. It's so weird anymore. Those are some coworkers. I've never had coworkers like that, so I could only imagine. People are mean. And it's funny. I agree with the Mistborn thing. Yes, I shift focus from chapter to chapter. Oh, that's good. I try to keep it very clear. Yes, we appreciate that because it was a little bit jarring. And then after a while, that was my first Brandon Sanderson book. So I didn't know what to expect. Now, if I read something else, I would know. I love your videos. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I know I'm debating on making a channel just for my writing separate from planning. But then I'm like, what the hell would I plan? All I plan is writing. So there's that. I did nothing. I had to get signed into work and I'm editing a vlog. Oh, I love Amara's vlog. She got a new vlogging camera and a whole new setup and it looks fab. You need to show me your ways, Amara, because I'm horrible with vlogging. I mean, I attempt it and I don't know why. I don't know why I try. Went pretty well. Have to go prepare lunch now, but thank you for the stream. Okay, bye. Thanks for coming. We'll definitely be back for the next one. That's right. Okay, so now that we're talking about the next one, we're getting ready to leave. Next week will be a little bit different, right? This next week, the 24th. On the 24th and the 31st, our writing group is going to be putting on a 5K Friday. So if you are behind, maybe that will be helpful to you. We're going to start with my live stream at the same time on Friday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm going to go straight into Lauren's, who's in the comments right now, and Hudson, who's also in the comments right after that. And then we're going to try to find out a time, whether it's going to be in our writers group, which is linked down below in the description, or back here on one of our channels later in the evening to check in to see if we actually got the 5K or not. I've never attempted a 5K. This is my first time. And I just think that we all decided that we feel better about failing at a 5K than we do a 10K. I mean, at least I do. So I'm excited. So my goal from now until next Friday is to get things prepared, try to catch up a little bit on how far behind I am. And if not, it's okay because I'm going to try to do it on next Friday, excuse me. And I'm just going to try to set it up so that I can just write and not think about it. So on next Friday, my plan is to not think about what I'm writing, not reread, and just write. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. I'm going to need all of it. Yes. So Megan got 119 words. Nice. Brie, I did the dishes. That's great. I had to do all mine last night. Put one load of laundry to dry and oh, good job. Thank you for reminding me. I need to do some laundry as well. And another in the washing machine and planned my lunch. LOL. Yes. So like my boyfriend's here and I tell you he's always working and I just have like this list of things that he kind of can only do. Does that make sense? Do you have a significant other where you're like, this is your list? And I hate to ask him because this is his day off and I know he's going to give me this look and we're going to have to argue about it for a little bit, but it has to happen because they're not things I can do and I don't know what to do about that. Yes, your cousin was here. So sweet. We love her. Okay, so 1,226. I did it. Woohoo! Look at you. Now you have the whole day free. And I'm just barely starting my writing day. Story of my life. Hercules is actually my favorite movie. Meg, hun, sweetie. I love the music in that as well. I watch it at least a few times a year. Excuse me. That's how I feel about Sleeping Beauty, and I don't know why. It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time, up there with like The Little Mermaid. I have a Google Home, which is like Alexa. Okay. I was just like, wait, what's happening? But powered by Google. Okay, I get terrified of those things because someone mentioned that anytime you have a cell phone, that's like an open mic where people can just hear if they wanted to. And that freaks me out. I'm so terrified by that stuff. Do you ever think, what are people like? Are they listening in? Are they watching? I get freaked out. I'm such a weird kid. This is why I should be writing spec fic because I'm always like thinking the government is after me. I don't know. She put a rotten banana under her desk so it stunk. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I wonder why they're fighting. Why are they fighting? She just wants to get her fired. Maybe she wants her job. Is that what's happening? Oh, there you go. You answered me. There you go. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know what I would do for a promotion. I don't know if I would be mean, but it would be fun to watch other people. I am still behind. Okay, so Hudson's still behind. So hopefully next Friday with these 5Ks, I am going to push myself more than I've ever pushed myself, and we will get there. We will get to our goal, or we will just break even. I would love to break even right now. You always make me feel so good about it. Amara, you should feel good about yourself. She's so sweet. She's always encouraging other people, which I love about her. And Lauren has been amazing enough to put the Facebook group link in the chat. So if you guys want to join us, go ahead and check that out. We're all types of writers, so it doesn't matter what type of writer you are. You don't have to be an author tuber. And we just support each other. And hopefully we're going to get to do some more fun things after we're all done focusing on Nano and crying. We'll cry together. Amara, okay, I'm dying. I literally just got the part in my vlog where I say I will never try a 5K again, but I can't not try with you. Yes. So Amara is on board. I love it. Yes, you should. Oh, I hope we're in the vlog. I wouldn't mind that. Yay. OMG, now my anxiety is spiking. Same. And I haven't even started. We still have a week away and I'm already sweating over it. I want an Alexa, but the listening all the time thing is too much for me. That's like that would be a good scene. I'm just going to throw out there at you guys. What happens when you have an Alexa and you have sex? I just can only imagine the things that pop up. You know, I'm just saying. I love, like, what happens if you yell God or oh mama and then it calls your mother or something? Good Lord. That's so hilarious. I'm sure it's already happened in a movie and I'm so far behind on movies. I just don't know. I love you guys, but I have to go. Bye, Lauren. I'm down to my last 2 comments. I got another chunk outlined and I realized I had the counter slide back 3 minutes. Story. Yeah, it happens to me too. I think people are definitely listening. My Facebook ad. Yes, that is what I am saying. Oh my gosh. I was talking to someone in Instagram DMs. It wasn't even like, an Alexa or anything. And then I saw ads for that same thing we were talking about. And I know I hadn't Googled it or anything like that. We were talking about it. And I was like, I should go Google it. And then I had ads for that everywhere. And I was like, oh, they're watching. And I got freaked out. All right. I've chatted your ear off enough. So I hope to see you guys in some, in the discussions of other writing sprints throughout the day, because I need some more work to fit in. So thank you for everyone who came, and we'll see you next Friday. And I'll be doing a 5K. And if you guys aren't doing a 5K, you can just watch me struggle, because that's always fun. All right. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys. Bye.